Hey everybody, Gina here with Bridal Business Solutions. And in this video, I'm going to give you kind of an overview. I know a lot of you struggle with website copy. So when I create a custom website, this is something that I actually include in my service because so many people do struggle with it. So in this video, I'm going to take you into part one of writing effective website copy and kind of my little secret formula, my recipe. So here we are in just one of my template home pages, and let's go ahead and go into the editor. I am using Wix. Obviously, this information is applicable to any website platform. I just happen to absolutely love Wix, and I'm actually going to show you a pretty cool feature that they just recently added to help you write your copy. So let's look at this first little um, area here, this company message section. So this is kind of my little secret recipe. Now, when you're creating website copy, there's two things that are really important. There's two things that you want to accomplish, and you want to be really intentional about this. So number one is that obviously you want to appeal to your ideal client. And number two, you want to write copy that is SEO optimized. So let's go ahead and start with that. So the very first heading on your site, which if you go into this text, it should always be under heading one, is going to be the specific service that you offer, because this is going to really be what's going to be helping you with that SEO. So here we have very simply New York City wedding and event planning. The next point we're going to get here, and this is something again that a lot of people struggle with, this is your tagline, your motto, your hook. And this is very difficult. So typically what I usually see most people write is something like making your day unforgettable. Ugh, that is a really forgettable tagline. But I see this over and over and over, just these kind of generic, fluffy taglines. Here's the problem with this is that, first of all, everyone is saying the same thing. It almost becomes just, white noise. People just don't even really notice that. Sometimes it's even a little irritating. It could be triggering to people because they're like, this is what everyone says. So try to be unique with your taglines. My suggestion is that if you cannot think of a unique tagline, just don't even have one. It's better just to not even put anything here. So I'm going to go into creating taglines, mottos, sales hooks in another video, but I just wanted to kind of in this video give you an overview. So if you can come up with that really unique hook, that unique tagline that's very specific to your ideal client, this should always be customer focused. That's another point I want to make in creating website copy, is that a lot of times people will put everything focused on themselves. We've been in business this long. We do this, we do that, where you really want to shift that focus to your client. So in this little paragraph section here, I don't want to say this isn't important to appeal to your ideal client, but in a website, this is typically where I like to put in those keywords for my SEO. So I'm going to show you a really cool tool here on Wix where they actually have now an AI text creator on their website, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go in here to create AI text. We've already got the wedding and event planning, your business name. So this is, I did notice that when you're trying to do titles here, it does give you kind of generic taglines here. So let's see what it comes up with, just out of curiosity. Exactly. Unforgettable moments, creating memories, boring, boring, boring. But I do like this feature on this paragraph as opposed to the title, because then what you can put in here too is some of your keywords. So let's say full service, partial planning. Let's say we want to make sure and put New York, Manhattan, and let's say maybe bespoke. So let's go ahead and see what this AI creator. Now, Wix has this built-in AI creator, but there's a lot of AI now that's becoming a really big tool in business. So again, it kind of just takes your keywords and creates these different options for you. So again, let's go ahead and pick one of these and we'll stick it in there because we know at least it's got our keywords. We may want to come through here, make sure that this is customer focused. This one is because it's like, are you ready to plan your dream wedding? Still a little generic, but if you're really, really having a hard time with copy, you can use this for the time being and then watch my other videos. I'm going to show you how to really take it to the next step, but that does take a little bit of work because you got to really dig deep in creating this copy to what does truly make you unique. But here's the thing, most people are scanners. They're going to be scanning your website. Really, as far as a website goes, to be honest with you, is copy important? Of course it is. But really, what's most important is the overall look, the feel, the flow of a website, the consistency. That's what's going to really impress people. If people come to a bad website, an outdated website, they're just going to bounce right off. So they want to come here and they're like, okay, I like what I see. Let me keep looking. They're going to kind of just skim this information. So your tagline is very important. If you can come up with a really cool hook. And again, I'm going to go into that in more detail in another video. Most are not even going to read this paragraph. So that's why I say I kind of use that first for SEO. And then, we also want to be careful to keep this customer focused as much as possible. Now let's get into your unique selling points here. Now here's another thing that's tough. And again, I'll go into this in more detail in my other parts of this copywriting series, but your unique selling points really should be unique. And when you kind of put those generic terms on there, that's kind of your cue to dig deeper. So let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, one of your unique selling points, this is something people tell me, like, tell me, why would someone book with you? Should someone choose you over anyone else? And they're like, well, we really care about our clients. Like, we have great customer service. And I'm like, okay, but that's so generic. Like, what does that mean? I want those absolutely specific, unique points that you offer that you don't feel like other people offer. Do you have a dedicated 24/7, text line for your clients if they're having a wedding day emergency? That's pretty unique and that's a pretty cool selling point. That's something tangible that really proves that you care about your clients. So again, I know this stuff is easier said than done, but that's really the key, is kind of digging down. Um, these generic, selling points, taglines, we really care about our clients, or again, having selling points that talk about you. We've been in business this long. Those are just not cutting it anymore. The industry is so oversaturated. So you really got to put in the work and dig deep with this website copy. You always want to have tons of call to actions. This could go to your services. So that's kind of my recipe for general outline of copy. You've got this that's focused more on your SEO. This is more focused on your ideal client. This is kind of focused on your SEO. You want to try to get a good combo of both. And then these are more focused on your ideal clients. Again, knowing that they're going to be kind of scanning and you want something that's going to hook them. So let's go down to one more section. Now, here's just another opportunity for you to, again, use those. You can kind of decide to use this for SEO or your ideal client, or potentially you want to do, ideally you want to do both of those things. So I know this was just kind of a little overview, but I know, like I said, a lot of you have so much trouble writing copy. So I wanted to kind of just give you a little bit of guidance to get you started. Everything is always a work in progress. So you're always just going to be getting better and better and better. Hopefully this will be just a jumping off point to get you started. And of course, like I said, that's something that I help all of my clients with really digging down and creating some unique taglines, having some really customer focused copy, and nailing down those unique selling points. So if you'd like help with that, please feel free to reach out and make sure that you join me for my next video on writing copy, where we will dig a little bit more deeply into how to create those taglines and those unique selling points. Thanks, and I'll talk to you later.